Wait, contracts? More food. Alright, sweet. People. Profit factor. Adamantine. Cool. Hello there, world. Johnny R here. Welcome back to Warhammer Rogue Trader. Last we left off, we lost Incendia Cordis to these gang of ruffians. What a loss. Looks like I'm the only Rogue Trader in the system, though, so it's going to be a very heavy responsibility. Alright. Now all we have to do now is wait for... Where are you? Kalkazar's summons. Alright, so here I am at the merchants, just buying random things. Really just buying all. Oh, not a lot of points. So close, though. So close. This is my current level with all the merchants so far. Oh. Greetings, your lordship. Your timing is impeccable. Oh. An aged servant with the bearing of a veteran approaches the two of you. In a precise movement, he replaces the untouched cup of cold recaf in front of the Lord Inquisitor with a new one, slightly steaming. Okay. Greetings, Inquisitor. You and I need to talk. Glory to the Emperor's angels of Fenris. Your words will be heeded, my lord. May the Emperor grant you strength and some time to rest, Lord Inquisitor. I would loathe to trouble our master with a prayer for such an indulgence, especially one so utterly inappropriate at this fraught time. Lady Navia Cassia Tisifia Everella. I hear that House Roselio is going through a tough time. Change is coming. I sincerely hope it's for the better. Your colors, Lord Inquisitor, are as rich as they are multifaceted. I have never encountered anything like it before. Unclouded hues flowing from one to the next. Amazing harmony. Amazing and frightening. That a man of such status and talents has taken an interest in the well-being of a Navis Nobilite house is a great honor. What help do you want from me? For share, if you please. To my chagrin, the ability to be in two places at once does not number among my talents. That is why I wish for you to serve in my stead. I place such trust in very few people, you understand. You will feel what it is to walk in my shoes and attempt to compel a gaggle of quarrelsome blockheads to work together. You will reconquer Euphrates too for me. For a share, another recap. This one has gone cold. So, is he making me an Inquisitor? You will reconquer Euphrates too for me. The esteemed Lord Inquisitor has done away with all pretense and politeness now. His orders no longer come with even the veneer of a request. Can you tell me more about Euphrates too? The sacred world of the Adeptus Mechanicus, off limits to lay people. I am one of the few who do not worship the Omnissiah to have set a foot on its surface. Or rather, I was. Now it's crawling with unbelievers. The despicable word-bearers attacked and captured Euphrates II, and the cult of the Final Dawn brought an entire horde of heretics to the planet. Oh. I sent my troops to aid the explorator forces laying siege to the world, but a rift occurred among my commanders. They need an authoritative general. You are perfect for the role. My confidence is not misplaced, I trust. What forces do we have in place, and what is this rift that had occurred between the commanders? Explorador Fleet Divine Cognizance 7821 recalled its most combat-ready units to retake the world. They were supported by my most powerful strike fleet and a group of deadlier allies. I dispatched a pack of space wolves to hunt down the transgressors. Unfortunately, the leaders failed to find a common language. The esteemed Thorvald is at odds with the conclave of the Mechanicus' battle congregation, and the Omnissiah's servants find Thorvald's strident nature off-putting. Neither group is fond of militant Sibilek, who commands my forces. Or not fond, to be precise. The esteemed militant perished along with his ship a week ago when his noble allies failed to support his offensive. I recommend that you, too, go to Euphrates II, my lord. Perhaps your pack was less reticent with the esteemed Thorvald than with me, and told them they decided to direct their efforts. It is a fine suggestion, which I will accept gratefully, Inquisitor. Situation is clear. You'll be given the details when you arrive in orbit around Euphrates II. I will smash the heretics. Never doubted you, your lordship. The Emperor protects. This is a little too abrupt. I'm a little suspicious about this. This document attests to the extraordinary powers you have at your disposal. I'm counting on your success, Erasmus Kinian. Well. Alright, post-editing Johnny here. I didn't read this part out because I didn't know if it was actually going to be all that important. But apparently, Lady Cassia's family, the Arcelios, are inviting me to a place called the Atlas, where they're going to perform a really big ritual. Alright, in this next part, Lady Navigator Elena, a while back when she tried to assassinate Cassia, appreciates the fact that I spared her, but she's like, oh, well, you know how we're holding that party at the Atlas? Well, I really don't want Cassia to survive, as you know. So if she rejects the Atlas and then, dies, I'm not going to feel bad. Now, obviously, I wasn't going to go for it, but, that's what she sent me as a message. Kind of silly, honestly. Erasmus Kinian, how wonder it is that I found you here. Uncontrollable anxiety washes over your body, causing you to lose your breath. Cassia notices, closes her eyes, and you are released from the grip of the emotions that are not your own. Please forgive me. My powers are sometimes too insistent in their attempts to break free from my control. Was there something you wish to tell me? I came to deliver good tidings. I spoke with the House's navigators through the Atlas. Of late, I can feel with increasing clarity how our connection is growing stronger. Despite the dissent in its midst, House Roselio has been able to keep up a precarious equilibrium thanks in part to your unexpected arrival on Urek 5 and the resolution of the conflict at the Aragonus reception. Not all Roselios concur with your decisions, but none can deny the impact that you and no one else have had on the House's present state of affairs. Alright, yeah, I kind of stopped reading again because it was just page after page after page, and these episodes would get really long if I didn't skip it, but they are important. So I'm just going to paraphrase the fact that Cassia is now coming to me saying, I need to go to the Atlas, and maybe I could find out what these visions have been telling me. So, yeah, basically this game told me 3 times in a row I need to go to the Atlas, so that's what I'm doing. Okay. Sector, Cronus Expanse. Region, Orselio Prophecy System. Location, Sanctum Navis. Exterior observation chambers. Material, witness interrogation Vox record conducted by upper deck enforcers. Entry A 201.48.66.10. Chronometer turns since the incident. Enforcer. Witness, Haide on 00110101. You claimed that you left the Sanctum Navis on the Lady Navigator's orders? Hideon. Affirmative. This unit act in accordance to Maintenance Protocol TRN 08353. Step 1. Senses sacred mechanisms for the duration of 15 chronometer turns. Step 2. You failed to inform the bridge about the imminent jump. I want to know why. Hideo. Data unavailable. Lady Navigator ordered that she be connected to the Void Ship, but she did not order the preparation of the machine spirits for warp translation. Cause. A ritual that cannot be identified by this unit's capabilities. This unit received the command to interrupt Protocol TRN 08353 and exit the Sanctum Navis. A little while later. No, please, not the fingers. I want to break everyone for every word of a lie here coming from your mouth. Now talk. Please, you have to believe me. All we did was prepare the canvas and the mix for Lady Navigator's blood onto the paints. Then we were told to lock open the shutters so that the Lord Captain could see everything that was going inside the Sanctum Navis from the observation chambers and... Grok shit. Armor glass can't shield you from warp horrors. I swear on my soul and the Golden Throne, Master Enforcer, the Lady Navigator only wanted to paint a picture for a ritual or some such. That's all I know. She wasn't going to use the power in her eye, but I still got as far away from there as I could. That's all I saw, I'm telling you. A little while later, we performed an emergency warp jump, barely activated the Geller field in time, and now being dragged into the throne knows where by an unknown force. Lady Navigator and the Lord Captain are still unaccounted for. Now tell me, one more time, what transpired in the Sanctum Navis? I escorted the Lord Captain to the observation chambers and yelled at the servant for leaving the shutters open, but then I was told it was on the rogue trader's orders. We could see the Lady Navigator clearly through the armor glass. She was lost in thought, staring at the canvas in front of her. She looked like she was completely unaware of the world around her. Oh. Soon the servants were ordered to leave the Sanctum Navis, and Lady Navigator picked up her brush. Entranced, she started dragging it across the canvas, painting one image over another, and another one over the last, and another. Then the Lord Captain noticed it. There was a thing on the other side. The picture, covered in a layer of fresh blood, was coming to life. But the Lady Navigator was oblivious. This is when the Lord Captain called out the Lady Cassia. Startled by Lord Captain's cry, the Lady Navigator answered. That's when I realized it. The armor glass between us and the Sanctum Navis was gone. And the things in the painting, they broke free. And what happened next? I barely even remember a thing. There was a bright flash, a purple blur. I remember feeling so scared that my knees were shaking. I remember my legs carrying me away like they had a mind of their own. As I ran, I heard screams behind me. Lord Captain and Lady Cassia, they... Oh God, Emperor. The paintings, the creatures, they pulled them both inside the painting. I'm not doing that again. Sir? Mistress Voxmaster, I have a report that needs to be delivered to the senior officers. Lord Captain and Lady Navigator were lost during the emergency warp jump. Their whereabouts are still unknown. I'm sending you the interrogation reports. End of recording. No data, no data. Relation on the Lord Captain's personal account, recorded by no data. Oh, it's me. Okay. Tisiphone Orselio's ritual did not go as planned. The warp disturbance triggered by the Lady Navigator's trance washed over the Sanctum Navis. The void ship machine spirits reacted to the surge of the immaterium and interpreted it as a call to action. Thus did the emergency jump into the unknown begin. Amid the shrieks of sirens, the clanging of shutters, and a distant hum of the warp engine, some unknown will pulled the Lord Captain into the Sanctum Navis, tore the creatures from the living canvas that already gripped the Lady Navigator's throat. Horrified, almost out of breath and struggling to scream, Cassia stretched out her hand and began slowly sinking into her own painting. Lord Captain... Oh, that's weird. No, I don't want to leave her behind. Yeah. The ritual dagger of House Roselio cleaved the billowing shadows, and yet the painted hand reformed itself the moment after the blade passed through it. Cassia went limp in the clutches of her horrific creation, was immediately pulled to the other side of the painting. A moment later, Erasmus Kinian, still clutching the dagger, was likewise plunged into the depths of the world the Lady Navigator had created. Erasmus Kinian awoke, finding himself in the middle of a gigantic, boundless, billowing nothingness. His body felt weightless, floating in a void strewn with hundreds of the Lady Navigator's colors, some of them bright, warm, and alluring, others morose, cold, and heavy. Lord Captain reached for the bright colors. Erasmus Kinian plunged into a river of bright hues, and flashes of rosy sunset and lilac carried him down the dazzling stream. Before long, the Lord Captain was standing in an idyllic garden permeated with the fragrance of flowers and singing of birds. Servants in perfect purple livery darted back and forth, attending to a withered old woman in a navigator's mask. Sitting on her lap and smiling coyly to everyone was a little girl with ruby eyes and white hair. Be a good little girl, my child, until the day we meet again. With trembling hands, the woman handed the girl to a navigator in laboratory attire. I am out of time. Prepare the child for the Atlas transfer, and destroy all records and mentions of the world Irtivi. None must learn of that which took place here. And remember, her body must grow strong for it to accept my power. Once I have returned, loyalty will be rewarded. The memory dissipated, and a gust of silvery wind hurled the Lord Captain back into the ocean of nothingness. But this time, the nothingness felt dismal. Instead of bright hues, all it contained was shadows of invisible monsters swimming by, shrouded by the nebulous veil of unfathomableness. Ooh. I don't know if it's related, but it's kind of like that one place I found that was just a pit of darkness. Really creepy. Lord Captain swam toward the dark colors. Grayish-blue waves swallowed the Lord Captain. The feeling of lightness disappeared as his limbs grew heavy again. Erasmus Kinian fell hard on the floor of a laboratory cluttered with vats as tall as a human. Inside them were dozens, hundreds even, of repulsive mutants. Some had no arms or no legs, or two heads or no face, or their innards turned inside out, but each had white skin, white hair, long clawed limbs, and ruby eyes. My lady, the child is born. The tall old woman slowly approached one of the vats. Readings? Stable. Mutations? None were detected at any of the stages. Genes? Identical, my lady. Chances of survival. 100 times higher than any of the previous experiments. How long will it take to grow this child? I fear accelerating the process might cause the body to fail. It's the only one after years of silence. I understand the situation. Natural growth. I do not have that much time. We'll have to go with the backup plan. Yes, Novator, it will be done. The memory dissipated with a gust of silvery wind hurled toward Lord Captain back into the ocean of nothingness. Blech. But this time the nothingness felt dismal. Hughes... Oh, okay. Closed his eyes and remained adrift in the weightlessness. Rasmus Kinnian stayed in the ocean of nothingness, devoid of any sensation or emotion, until an ornate ritual dagger floated before his eyes and reminded him of a world that once seemed more real than this one. Ooh. Someone's scream broke the delicate equilibrium of the Lord Captain's motionless body, and the weightlessness released him. He plummeted into the maroon abyss of roiling illusions, but was now in full control of his body again. Then Erasmus Kinnian descended into the abyss toward the screams. Lord Captain crashed from an immeasurable height to the bottom of a roiling abyss. In the next moment, Erasmus Kinnian saw two figures amidst the billowing maroon mist. One of the figures, unnaturally gaunt and tall, was clutching the other, smaller one in its claws, screaming furiously. Probably shouldn't do this, but Lord Captain peered into the strange maroon mist. I have a good will save. In the swirling mist around him, Erasmus Kinnian could make out faces stricken with torment. Not just human faces. There were Xenos, Eldari, the features fused together with those of humans, which made the Crimson Spectres look all more abominable. Their gazes and their rage were directed at the two unmoving figures facing each other. And then I drew closer to look at the figures. One step was all it took for some unknown force to notice Lord Captain, seize him, and drag him through the painting's twisted space. Now the Lord Captain could clearly see the dark shade of long-dead Navigator leaning over Cassia, clutching her neck in its clawed fingers. The shade screamed. "You were given life because of me. You survived because of me. And here you are now, because I've willed it so. Bow before me. Tell me what I wish to hear, and your suffering will end. Go on, child. I have waited so long. Submit to me." Cassia looked exhausted, her body covered in hundreds of thin cuts, her lips lacerated, claw marks on her cheeks. Yet, there was a steadfast resolve in her eyes. "I know who you are, Tisiphone or Celio. I know what you crave. I saw it in the visions you sent me again and again. I won't allow you. I will never allow you to become me." Cassia's fatigued voice quivered, but she was not about to yield in this battle. Urge the Lady Navigator to fight the monster to the bitter end. Oh yeah. You could do it. Woo. It's kind of her battle to fight, you know. Lord Captain's word attracted not just Lady Cassia's attention. Tisiphone or Celio, finally noticing the presence of a living creature in that bizarre world, turned to face the interloper and lunged forward, seething with rage. And the entity's claws were millimeters from the rogue trader's throat. Cassia opened her navigator's eye, and a wave of unbridled warp energy obliterated Tisiphone's specter before she realized what was happening. Oops. Lady Navigator graced Lord Captain with a tired smile. The abortive ritual had turned out to be a trap set for Lady Cassia by the previous Novator of her house, but the rogue trader had ensured that her plane fell to ruin. Now it was time to desert that accursed place. Cassia took the rogue trader's hand and guided him through the maroon mist out of the painting. Their unconscious bodies were discovered in the Sanctum Navis 20 Terran days after their disappearance, as soon as the rogue trader's white ship was emerged from the warp in an unknown system. Alright, here we go. Yeah, that was just a really, really long text scroll. Like, really long. Yeah. Let's see what this is all about. Well, guess gotta climb down first.
Both strong and wise is Ulfar.
As it should be.
Ooh, okay. Sweet.
Centuries of service and practice.
I always keep my options open.
I want to check the sides first before I go up the middle. Notes? Ooh. Celio does not need to know what's taking place here. Navigators are frightened enough by its power as it is, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Alright.
I always have a backup plan.
Abelard, I've been meaning to ask. How are you keeping it together so well? Don't you ever feel awful without her?
Enough, Tlus. We have a duty to the new rogue trader. You would do well to focus on that. If you keep your mind busy, you will have less opportunity to fill it with awful things.
I have learned much in my exile.
Oh. Can we go up there? Hold on. Phew. So yeah, we're here.
Is there money to be made?
Oh, we can. Oh, alright. Let's go.
A space wolf never fails in their duty.
Course of battle. Wait, what? Another attack. This weapon hits all their allies adjacent to the target, making an attack of opportunity against it. Okay. That's pretty cool. What are you? Plasma ring? Ring that shoots plasma bolts. Sweet. Grenadier's backpack. Ooh. That's pretty cool. Hang on.
Save your jests about fur, fleas, and marked territory. I heard enough of them back on Fenris.
Ah, you can't equip him? Darn it. Alright, fair enough. Because he has a perk that allows him to throw a free grenade in combat. Alright, moving on.
Keep your wits about you.
Here we go. Alright, what else we got here?
What is it?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
So this one's more to stop you. Display for liberation of Celia from the chains of tyranny. That's the person, I believe that's the person that I was calling your wakes. Just Tiffany's legacy, false ideas and blind fools. Yeah, a while back when we were about to be assassinated by one of Cassia's family members, because I let her live, I guess she wants to be our ally now. Oh. What is happening? Wilhelm scream. Oh. Uh-oh. Damn, Xenos. This is not the bargain we struck. Thrones smite you. What is this? The rogue trader and the traitors to the house have lured the child into a trap set by Xenos. I wish my eyes were deceiving me, but now I see clearly that Great Regent Auronto was right to send us after your vessel. You spared Great Regent Auronto's life when passing judgment on navigators of House Celio. How did you get here? It's not easy to follow you through a raging storm. However, the connection to the Child's Atlas works both ways. Brave the tempest with nothing but the call of the Atlas to guide us, and we made it. Doesn't matter if it costs many lives to do so. You will stop defiling the remains of the hallowed ground of our ancestors' semblance of speech, monkey. Harlequin? Oh yeah. The final act will soon unfold where you pay for the deeds of your ancestors. Stay put and wait for the puppeteer to pull at your strings. Why? Why are the Xenos ruins where the palace of the Atlas should be? Why is this place coated with an impenetrable black mist? I'm suffocating. Oh. Three-eyed monkey who sees Shael. The taint of your ancestors become to consume your body and soul. Pathetic fools with an insatiable lust for power that is not yours. Ending your misery will be merciful. Taint? Do you mean the Atlas? Xenos traitor? Silence, traitor. The Atlas is a sacred relic of the House of Celio. It is what elevates us above the rest. How dare you? I refuse to accept this. Impossible. What is this place? We call planets such as this one crone worlds. They came to be long before my time, back when all the Eldari were a united people whose empire stretched from one edge of the galaxy to the other. It is a world beneath the first stars, an unblighted world. Never thought that I would come to find one. I have nothing to add to the outcast's words, other than my eternal astonishment at your curious troop, monkey. What is this taint you speak of? Do you not see it? When you, monkey, discovered this crone world, you tainted it with your crude technology, despoiled it of its relics, ruined all there was to the last stone. But worst of all, you sullied the souls of our ancestors reposed in their sacred vessel, the spirit monolith. Ah. Like a sea of bottomless blue. I did not know that living things could exude such saturated hues. I wish I could paint this ocean in a different color. Oh, crap, I shouldn't have looked at it. Enormous translucent stone shares strange resonance with this place. Sense the energy emanating from it. Mysterious, restless, coagulated. It resembles a giant heart that is plucked out of its owner's chest. Its crystal clarity is pierced by hundreds of dark veins that have taken root within like a terrible illness. How did the navigators of House Celio taint the spirit monolith? The experiments... This is where she conducted her experiments. Tisiphone. No, it's not possible. To consort with Xenos is to violate the word of the God Emperor. It is known to all that Tisiphone or Celio executed anyone who showed interest in enemies of humanity. Is that so? Then why is it that every piece of metal or fabric in this place bears our house's coat of arms? Open your eyes. Wyatt. I am unsurprised to see that truth is hidden from your gazes, three-eyed monkey who see into Shael. I realized it the moment first I met the first of you, the wretched, begging us to help you destroy your own kin. I sensed it within you. Our ancestors' call, their pleas, their endless torment. I knew what you found was a crone world. I humbly waited for the day you would lead me to it. What is the meaning behind your words, out there, Troop Master? You know the answer already, Outcast. You have always known. Huh. What was that about? What answer have you always known? So that is why your presence makes my soul shrink to the size of a river pearl and my throat choke in a collar of thorns. That is why your words seep into my soul like poison, leaving wounds that will not heal. There is a shard of the spirit monolith inside you, monkey. Twisted, perverted, invigorating you by making my ancestors suffer. Ah. Right. Oh. So did they take that chip off and give it to Cassia? Alas, you are right, outcast. The ancestors of Three-Eyed Monkey sought to command the power of the spirit monolith, yet they suffered failure time and time again. Eventually, they discovered a way to harness this power, a terrible way, torturous and unforgivable. They shattered the monolith into many shards and weakened the souls within. And then, they placed the shards of the spirit monolith inside their bodies to empower their abilities. Okay. Darn. Never wished to learn such harsh truths about my own house. I don't think anything I say is going to matter at this point, because I'm like, well, things are the past, but they're going to be like, no. So, just, yeah. You're more than just a tyrant's heir. You're a successor to a mad heretic, betrayer of the faith. You must be destroyed. You and the Atlas. Once and for all. You think the solution is so easy, don't you, monkey? When you die, your souls become captives inside the spirit monolith. This process is deranging to our ancestors, who have served as a monolith's guardians for aeons. It is equally agonizing to the souls of the dead. And the more monkey souls the monolith absorbs, the more volatile it becomes. The Eldari and the monkey have spent many a dance battling for supremacy within the monolith, and its integrity is waning. You sense it too. The only way to free our ancestors from the pain is to separate the monkey taint from the spirit monolith. My troop is here to perform just that. We all will play our parts today. When the final act of this age-long tragedy begins, the monkey players will exit this world stage. Oh. What do you say to Xenos' assertions? I cannot change the past, it is true. Nor can I change the fact that my house is forever tainted with disgrace born of Tisiphone or Celio's hubris. Yet, all of us here today have the power to change the future and halt the unending suffering that's drowning both your kin and mine. You suggest that the monkey and Eldari change the future together? I must admit, my leading lady, I am confounded by your audacity. Go on. My Atlas. If you could free the phantoms of my house from the spirit monolith, guide them to enter my Atlas. Their experience and wisdom will help steer House Celio onto the path of truth and allow future generations to avoid calamitous pitfalls of their forebears. Kai Morag, my leading lady, the shards of the monolith are lodged inside the chest of every monkey bound to you by ties of blood. How exactly do you intend to return them? I shall use the Atlas to sever my subject's connection to the spirit monolith, and then I shall extract its shards from every navigator of House Celio. This artifact is implanted at birth, but it does not mean that the ritual cannot be reversed. I have witnessed its creation through Tisiphone's eyes in my visions. I have lived it over and over again, through the memories of the Setala clan. I can recreate the ritual that will return the souls of kin to you and save my people's lives. Seldom do humans and Xenos get the chance to resolve their conflicts without violence. I second Lady Cassia's proposal. I'm willing to try, monkey. No! I won't let you destroy the Atlas, even if it's a child's wish. Lady Celio, you are too young, inexperienced. You simply cannot comprehend. Oh. You address future Novator House of Celio, one who survived the massacre of Urak 5. who has lived following an attempt on her life at the Palace of Dargonis, who has restored our house's stability into what scant time she has been free, while you, all of you, spent years destroying it from within. You address one who passed through the tempest of Sea of Souls to the true Atlas as a rogue trader's ally. You still call me unworthy, don't you? Young, inexperienced? Kneel before me, and I shall forgive you of your insolence. House Celia was always loyal to Novetor Tisiphone. Henceforth, it will be loyal to her successor, even if you see fit to lead us down a different path, my lady. Cool. What was the DC? Oh. Are you done with your performance, monkey? Then stand aside and do not interrupt. Cool. Oh wow. I can feel it again. The tranquility. The ancestral souls have found peace, and corruption no longer endangers a monolith or this world. Remember our agreement, Cassia or Celia. We will soon meet again in this place so that you can give us the shards. And now, be gone from our world, monkey. Oh yeah, we're leaving. Which way? This way? Alright, we're leaving.